According to kidshealth.org, 1 out of 3 children is overweight or obese. This is a growing phenomenon in our country, despite the health risks associated with it. A lot of people would like to blame this on poor food choices and eating habits, and I do believe that this plays a role. However, I believe that the lack of activity in today's children plays an equivalent, if not greater role. Today I'm going to share with you why I, as well as professionals, believe this, the benefits associated with having an active lifestyle, the risks associated with a lack of activity, some suggestions for activity. Today I am going to persuade you to keep your children active. When I was a kid, we walked to school. When it was gym time, we participated in the gym class. When it was recess, we ran around and played with our kids. When we got home, we stayed outside until it was time for dinner. We rode our bikes, we roller skated, we played football and baseball with neighborhood kids. We stayed active unless we were asleep. Today that has all completely changed. Children ride buses or get rides to school, regardless of how close they live to the school. They find any excuse to not participate in gym class. They sit and chat with their friends during recess. And then when they get home, they sit in front of some form of technology, computers, video games, cell phones, TV. Our society has created such things as electronic scooters to take the place of a scooter where you actually use muscles, and battery-operated riding toys to take the place of tricycles. Now, all these things can be fun, and some of these things can even be educational when used in moderation. However, these things are not being used in moderation. According to letsmove.gov, 8 to 18-year-olds spend an average of 7.5 hours a day using technology, while only 1/3 of high school students are getting the recommended level of physical activity. Technology and laziness has created a nation where little to no exercise is the norm. Experts, including the National Institute of Health, recommend 60 minutes of moderate exercise a day for children. They define moderate exercise as activity that induces a faster heartbeat and harder breathing than normal. Why is this recommended? For health promotion, and disease prevention. Some of you may be thinking, so what? Get my kids to exercise so they don't get fat? Big deal. But there is so much more. The Center for Disease Control claims several problems associated with a lack of exercise or activity besides obesity: high blood pressure, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes, breathing problems such as sleep apnea and asthma, joint problems, liver disease, gallstones, heartburn, cancer, and social and psychological problems are all side effects of not being active. There are two sides to the coin. I just gave you the risks of not being active. There are also benefits if you do remain active. Kids Health, Let's Move, and the National Institute of Health all say there are immense benefits to children getting their 60 minutes a day. A child is likely to maintain a healthy weight. He will feel better about himself and have a better outlook on life. He will be more ready to learn in school, be less stressed, have more energy, sleep better at night. He will build and keep healthy muscles, bones, and joints. He will lower his risk of heart disease and diabetes. He will lower his blood pressure and cholesterol. A child who keeps active will be better able to handle emotional and physical challenges. I don't know about anybody else, but I really care about keeping my kids as healthy as I can, and I really believe that all parents feel that way. So let's just look at this one more time. Just by making sure that my child gets 60 minutes of moderate exercise a day, I can reduce his risks of several diseases, including cancer, diabetes, asthma, liver disease. I can also decrease his risk of having social and psychological problems. And then there's more. By making sure that my child gets his daily dose, he'll sleep better, perform better in school, feel good about himself, and have a positive outlook on life. He will have a strong, healthy mind and body. It sounds like something I want to be a part of. How about you? If you said yes, which I sincerely hope that you did, but are wondering how to get your child active, I have a few suggestions. First of all, be an example. Children are much more likely to exercise and remain active if their parents are doing so. Secondly, make it fun. Exercise does not have to be boring and mundane. Make it a family event, or make it something that just sounds fun to a child. Have a race to the mailbox, And finally, make it something that fits the interests and personalities of your child. Not every child wants to play soccer or run around the backyard and play tag. Every child has different interests and personalities. Find something that fits that. It could be some form of organized sport, or it could be dancing, swimming, bike riding, jogging, gymnastics. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Have a fast-paced walk to the store that's just down the street instead of driving. It does not have to be 60 minutes all at once. Just 60 minutes in a day. The possibilities are endless. So why not start now? So why start now? Why not just wait until your child decides something he wants to be active in? Because children develop habits when they are 5 to 10 years old that remain with them for the rest of their life, including that of a sedentary lifestyle, according to the American Physiological Society. Get your child up and create the healthy habit of exercise. Excuse me. Today, I shared with you not only the benefits of keeping your child active, but the risks associated with not keeping your child active, and I also gave suggestions on how to accomplish this. Remember, you are the parent. Although sometimes a child can make or aid in the decision-making process, a child is not qualified to be in charge of his life. That's your job. You are responsible for making choices for your child in order to raise him into a happy, healthy, productive adult. Now please, do your job to ensure this happens by keeping your child active.